Hey, we back here, coming all the way back from Brazil mentally. I finally got a chance to watch it since Lovers and Friends was canceled.
Damn.
So, I mean, silver linings, but we definitely could have still had the concert. But getting straight to it, man, UFC 301. We'll recap and then we'll kind of just talk about what we thought about it and then we'll get into it. It was a cool card. I mean, obviously it's a pay-per-view, so you had to pay for those that, of course we all paid for it. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty decent, especially if you're a Brazilian person. But Nesto here had a good night. He went for the show. He went 2-2, but plus 4.45 units. So big piece there. He got Aldo plus 145. Jose Aldo, King of Rio, man. The boxing helped, bro, because Lee looked sharp. I mean, his striking is always sharp, but the boxing, I think, helped him kind of like maintain and upkeep his skill. It wasn't like he was rusty from not doing shit,
Yeah.
So I think that was a big one. And then the parlay you hit, that was a big one. It was the greasy six-legger Orobai, Lucindo, Brito, Barajo, Ferrera, and Pantoja for plus 500. So those two were the two that hit. The ones you got wrong were also plus money, so it didn't hurt too bad. Pantoja by sub plus 265, and then another greasy one with Ferrera, Barajo, Bonfim, and Petrino, which is the one that killed a lot of parlays, including mine. Yeah, that was a sad way to lose to Anthony Smith, but just all part of your journey, I guess, to be an MMA fighter. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, for me, I went 2-2 as well, but I was exactly at broke even 0.00 units. I had Brito at minus 150 and for 1 unit, and then Costa also won at minus 135. And the ones I got wrong were Silva, Joaquim Silva at plus 135, and then the greasy parlay, Bonfim, Lucindo, Ferrera, and then Petrino. Petrino, man. That was I mean, he was winning technically when they first started and he was doing well, but
yeah, he was walking him down and everything, but he got caught. He should even. But I guess his legs were messed up. They kept saying he was limping back to his corner at the end or some shit.
He was getting leg kicks, man. Leg kicks too. That first fight. Costa that fucked up Borjas's leg?
No, it was
which fight was that?
Brito.
Oh yeah, Brito was fucking up Shore's leg, but they said it was a bad stoppage in theory because no bones or anything were broken. It was just a deep cut.
Yeah.
So I mean, but obviously the scene looked pretty gross.
Yeah, it kept gushing blood. That's why.
Mm-hmm. So he was done. That was a good one. But overall, I mean, I thought the card was cool, solid card. Kind of janky that they charged for it, but because it's in Brazil, it is what it is.
Man, this should have been free.
Yeah. But we move on to another free event here. This is on cable, ESPN Plus, I guess. But we got UFC Fight Night St. Louis. Yeah, man, it's gonna be
you can find man St. Louis.
Solid ass card, I think.
No.
For what it is, I mean, it's not a pay per view, but it's always good to see Derek Lewis headline again. Against Nascimento. Kind of sus, I guess, our headliner, but we all like Derek Lewis. So it's good to see him have an okay opponent, not the one that's kind of tough for him. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, we'll start from the bottom here, like we always do with the horny fights. Mm-hmm. We got JJ Aldridge against Veronica Hardy, man. Close fight, Veronica Hardy minus 140. JJ Aldridge probably plus money. What else where he is? Plus like 115, 120, something like that, man. Who do you like in this fight?
Yeah, I'm Veronica Hardy, of course. Little Maddie. Plus, also she has like the super fight IQ. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you watched her and Dan Hardy's podcast. Like, you can say she has no knowledge, but she has no choice to have no knowledge because that's like all Dan Hardy like wants to talk about in his life is just like fighting. So. What a better way to do it with your wife and drag her into it. But yeah, they're always breaking down cards and stuff like that. So I just feel like she's been getting better and better. And now with just the IQ, I think it's a good, like almost a best bet.
Yeah, man. I think her like the last few fights we saw, last couple, I guess. Since she came back from her long break, she's gotten a lot better. Like you said, like her IQ is noticeably better. Obviously, she didn't fight the best competition, but I mean, we don't consider JJ Aldridge the best competition in general, right? So,
well, she's slowly working her way up. They're doing it right. They're building it right.
Yeah, Ginger Aldridge. I mean, she's not as bad as a lot of people thought she'd be. She got decent boxing.
Yeah, she's a vet. She's a vet, but then she's
Vet,
not
yeah.
like you don't get like what I'm saying. It's not like she's fighting against like a Blanchfield or some shit. You know what I mean?
She only that's probably the best person she fought before that. She lost to Ariana Lipsky. Remember, I was there at that fight actually. And she got upset and everything, and she beat De La Rosa, who got cut, I believe, and then Na Liang, who may get cut as well. So nothing. I'm with you here. I mean, I lean Hardy in this fight minus 140. I mean, it's not the best to lay with Veronica Hardy, but I think it's all right. She's going to be the much better IQ fighter as well, and she could grapple too, which I think Aldridge is gonna. She likes to overpower some people that are a lot smaller than her, and I think Hardy may have some skills to at least move around and scramble and all that stuff. So moving forward here, we got what's up. We got Jared Gooden against Kevin Jette. Jared Gooden, he looks a lot older and been around a lot longer than I thought he has because he's only 30 years old, but I feel like he's been around for a minute. Night Train, he was kind of a jobber for a minute, but he's off a good win, 23-9.
He came
30
off
years
a win.
old.
He's coming off a win, right?
Yeah, he beat Wellington Turman. I believe this is like when I was like, I'm done with Wellington Turman.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm over this shit. And then he's going to be going against Kevin Jette, who 10-2 French prospect, which for some people it's a red flag that him just being from France. But France has been, getting better for sure.
This fool, he's actually pretty solid. He's more like a little technical. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Gooden, he showed he got some bangers. So I can't go with him, man.
Yeah, the odds here also are interesting. Gisette's minus 245, Gooden's plus 210. So I mean, Gisette's a rightful favorite. I think technically, yeah, he's a more sound. I'm going to pick him to win as well, obviously. But as far as me laying 245, I'm going to think twice about it right now because you could argue that it could, Gooden can.
Yeah, Gooden can catch him, yeah, for sure.
For sure. So I'm thinking twice before betting on the Frenchman coming from France. But yeah, no, I think he should win. I mean, technically, he's much better. This is kind of a jobber fight, though, right? like what is a sketch fighting? Here we go, man. We got Jake Hadley against Charles Johnson. This might be a cool fight here. Jake Hadley was kind of a prospect, 10-2, but he had some disappointing moments here. His name's White Kong.
He always comes out like he always be trying to come out like flexing and shit, and then he got lost.
And he lost to your boy here,
Cody Durden.
By decision, he was fucking around. Durden beat him, but before that, I mean, the people he beat, I wouldn't say are best competition. So there are some red flags as well. But I would say his debut fight against Alan Nascimento, that's like a tough opponent for your first fight. But they were really like touting this guy to be like the man, you know what I'm saying? So against Charles Johnson, who was a jobber, but I feel like he kind of was bouncing back a little bit in his last fight. 14-6, also getting in his prime, but big upset, man. He beat me as that Maxim. That shit hurt me, bro, because I was really big on Maxim that week. And that's a big prospect. And Charles Johnson outclassed him, bro, like at an underdog price. So, you got to be watching out for this fool. But he was on a little 3-fight losing streak. He lost to Durden as well. So that's a common opponent. But for me, yeah, I like Hadley here. I think it's a decent price at minus 164 or 165, whatever it is. But I mean, I'm gonna take a shot at Hadley, but I do see the red flags for sure. It's out there. Who you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the White Kong for sure.
Yeah, I think Energy is just mid at everything. So he got heart though, you know what I'm saying? So he could outfight that fool, but Hadley he got it. He just needs to get his mental game together. Next up, we got Trey Waters against Billy Goff. Trey Waters, Team Light Skin here. The Truth, 8-1, 29 years old. Look at this guy. He beat Josh Quinlan, which is a big win for him. And then I think that was his first fight. So he's from LFA here. And he only lost on the Contender Series to Gabriel Bonfim. So, I mean, decently respectable loss here. And then we got Billy Goff. Looks like the Blue Ranger, 9-2. Only 25 years old, bro. And I mean, he's actually been pretty decent. His debut was against Koinoshita, and he was an underdog, and he ended up finishing him in the first round, bro. So, and he has a lot of grit, that grit. So I'm definitely I'm going with Goff here. I like him at this price. I know he might not be the technical better guy, but I think that he has the grit and he's gonna fight for your money. So I'm going with him.
I'm gonna go with the other dude, the light skin Trigger Trey.
Oh yeah, the odds are Waters is minus 155 here. Goff is plus 135. So slight underdog here. But the under is actually favored at 2.5. So they're looking like someone might finish each other here.
Gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, bloody fights, but I like that fight. That's like a good prospect fight. Next up, another horny fight for you. We got Tabitha Richi, Baby Shark, against Tisha Torres. Yeah, man. She's coming off that loss to a good fight though, but lost to, I believe, what's the Mexican chick? Lupi Godinez, 9-2. Yeah,
that was a close fight though.
Yeah, it was a split decision. And then before that, she was on a 4-fight win streak. And only the last person she lost to was Manon Fiora. So that's very respectable because we all seen what she's done. So, Tisha Torres, obviously, she's been around, well known. I think she's just had a kid not too long ago, right?
I think.
Whose wife is she? Raquel Pennington?
Yeah, Raquel Pennington. She's going to take an L.
Yeah, 13-6. This is like the Nina Nunes of the whole, that type of thing going on. So, but she's a wrestler. She's only 34 years old, so it's not like crazy old. She lost by split decision to Mackenzie Dern, which is all right, I guess. And then before that, a 3-fight win streak. So, I mean, this is an interesting matchup because both people are kind of like that same type of like small grappler, strong, not really like knocking fools out, as much with their hands.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna go with your theory about the kid. So,
I'm the kid. Maybe she has a daughter, bro. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Baby Shark here.
What's the over?
It's over at 2.5 minus 400.
Goddamn, yeah, ain't nobody getting finished.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going Richi here. I think the price is cool. Look at the decision on each side. Richi by decision is only plus 100. God damn,
that's pretty good.
Pennington. Oh, they call her Pennington on here.
Oh, Tisha Pennington.
Yeah, by plus 175 for decision. So, I mean, I feel like that's the only way these people are winning, right? So it is kind of sketch, but yeah, I'm going Richi here. Younger version of Tisha. Kind of like a better version. And I think they're going to nullify each other on the grappling maybe, and it's going to end up on the feet. And I think Richi's all right. She might throw some looping ones, but both of these chicks are going to throw the same type of punches.
No, yeah, I think the youth is just going to get it for her.
Yeah, it's just her time, like she's on the up. She never took a break for like to have a kid or do anything like that. It's like she's just still training and that's our focus.
Man, she's coming off a loss, so she's going to be fired up.
Yeah, and I'm not wrong this time. Tisha Torres was the one that actually had the baby. Not like when I was wrong about Jermaine Durandamy. I thought Jermaine Durandamy was...
But you were kind of right, though, because she had the baby.
Yeah. Still stressful, even if you're a father. But I thought... I didn't know she was the one that actually held the baby, like in her stomach. I thought she was the dad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just
and I didn't know
what her wife looks like.
Yeah, but shout outs to her. She still came back and fought. Anywho, next up, we got Terrence McKinney here.
Ooh, it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I think this potentially fight of the night possibility,
Yeah, see, McKinney always struggles with, like, good strikers, but I feel like his grappling is going to be good enough to stop El Gringo's.
El Gringo Rovic, 12-1. I actually was kind of big on this guy. He's never been finished. Very durable. He beat Kamela Kirk only by decision and lost to Loic. Radbazov or whatever, so that's kind of a red flag a little bit. He got gas, I believe. But Terrence McKinney, man, young prospect. He's had his ups and downs, but he's still young, getting into his prime. Crazy submission game, I feel like, for a wrestler. And then he got hands too. He throws some power. The only thing is, like you said, his chin. He's, he could get caught. He's lost by finish in any way by some of the top people, though. I think just experience-wise, he's got it. This is his time, so I'm with you, man. I like McKinney, man. I know it's going to be sketchy, but he's the underdog, too, at plus 150.
Oh wow.
I think there's some value there on Terrence McKinney, man. So I like him
Represent for
as
the Blunt
underdog.
Bros.
Bro, shutouts. Yeah, that might be fight of the night. I think someone's finishing someone though. The under is under at 1.5 rounds, under minus 225. So they really think someone's gonna get finished.
Oh yeah, that's the thing with his fights. Hopefully, what's the name don't have no shrooms on him.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Another one. Some say some white excellence here. But Chase the Dream Hooper against Vladislav Borshtev. But who do you like here? This is an interesting matchup, man. They got Hooper as a underdog at plus 130, Borshtev minus 150
against Slava Claus.
Hey, shout out to T-Rex.
But yeah, against Slava Claus, bro, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, Borshtev is a beast, bro, and he trains out of, yeah, and he has a good ground game. I feel like if he decides to, like, if he could just keep it standing, I think he's gonna yoke him up. Cause Hooper,
he's never been finished. Submission.
Who do you yoke up? The Monkey King.
He actually they called it a draw, but he arguably beat Sadikov, who's a big prospect. Oh, that's the guy we saw at PFL, dude. That we walked by. It's just a regular guy, and I was like, man, I don't remember his name. It starts with is Nazim Sadikov. Shout out to
he was like, I'm a fan of your work.
But I don't remember your name like that, bro. It's hard.
But yeah, I gotta go with Chase Hooper. That's my automatic fader.
No, I feel you, man. Like, because it gets to the ground, obviously he's gotten a lot better too. Like just in MMA, and his hands has gotten better, and he's tall, but it's not all the way there yet. If it stays standing, like you said, Borshev's about to knock this kid out because he's very hittable.
Yeah, so like Borshev, he trains out of that camp, like the Faber camp, so he's in there with Max. You know what I'm saying? With what's the guy, Medeki Odorepi, the new guy, the new beast,
Orabal,
or
whatever. Yeah, that dude. Shout outs to also my boy Corey. He's just worked in there too. But yeah, that gym's, like you said, they're gonna prepare him for wrestling, at least the defensive of it, right? Because at some point Hooper's gonna go for a takedown, like he has to, or else he's sleeping. So yeah, but I'm with you here. It's tempting to get Chase Hooper at plus money, and I can see that. But right now I'm gonna go Borshev. This one I still gotta look a little more, because if it does get to the ground and Borshev does get taken out, I do get worried. Because I've seen it before where he has a little problem. Like Mike Davis, although Mike Davis is a very good wrestler, it's a little different. And Casey, he became a big wrestler for whatever reason. So those are the ones he had a little problem with. But if you can get hands on him, it'll be a done deal. But yeah, I'll go with Borshev. Next up. Oh yeah, can we just touch on who Chase Hooper's fought? By the way, that's a huge key for me too. I forgot to mention. Don't forget about the Aljamain Sterling grappling. But look at, he beat our Monkey King. All right, Jordan Levitt, which he's a cool grappler, but is he championship material, or is he that getting to that level? No. Nick Fiore, like, nah, I'm good. I mean, all these guys. Clay Guida, that's a grappling. He beat him in grappling. It was a grappling contest, but Caceres here was also that super ground guy. And when it comes to like who's more superior, I think they ended up striking. And that's where we kind of saw a little bit of.
Look at his L's though. It's against like solid, like what I mean,
strikers, like
well-rounded fighters.
Mm-hmm. Arguably even Steve Garcia. So, I mean, for the level that is,
Well, he's getting better though. Like he's on a 3-fight winning streak. You can't. There's no knock on that. And I think this is going to be his second fight at, what is it? Where are they fighting at?
They're fighting at 155.
This is going to be his second fight at 155, right? Because his last one was his debut against the Monkey King.
Yeah, and he looked a lot better.
Yeah,
it was a draw against Sadikov, but before that was Mahashete or whatever.
Yeah.
He beat. So.
Man, I feel like he's a live underdog. Don't get it misconstrued. I can see Chase Hooper winning this. I'm just going. You could say maybe I'm just being a hater of going off his older fights, but yeah, I gotta go with Slava. But I won't be surprised if Hooper wins.
Yeah, that's the only thing holding me from betting Borshev.
Yeah, after thinking about it and breaking it down, because look, he even got the height. Look, the reach. Look at the reach. It's 7'4".
Big reach.
Yeah. So yeah, he could like try to take him down and stick to him, tap him out or something. Would be crazy.
Yeah, I think if it gets to the ground and you have a ticket on Borshev, you're about to be stressed.
Yeah,
for sure. As far as the money, bro, it looks like some money's been coming on Chase Hooper, bro. He was not too long ago, he was plus 160, 165. Now he's
yeah.
down to plus 130. So.
I see why. He's like a sleepy little motherfucker.
Yeah, I know I can see it. That's why I'm kind of scared off of it for sure. But yeah, moving forward, we got
I got a lot of Cuban B on this fight.
yes. Man. We think this is a baseball match or what?
This is MLB.
We got Waldo Cortez Acosta against Robeles Despagne, or however you say his name.
Man, this is an interesting fight, man, because nobody has put away Waldo, right?
Yeah, Waldo's 11-1, but like you said, he's never been finished
in the UFC. Yeah,
yeah, he's only lost by decision to Rogerio de Lima,
and that's because he was wrestling him, and also the leg kicks. See, Despagne is a kickboxer, right? If he can let those leg kicks go, it's a wrap. Because that's this guy's kryptonite. Every fight they kick him in the leg, he's done.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna overthrow sometimes because this guy right here, I know he's impressive as far as size, and I'm all about the hype and that type of stuff. But he's also 35 years old, starting hella late. Obviously, he's a better striker, but if you start getting his legs down or you start grappling him, we never seen him have to grapple.
The Waldo fool is not a grappler. He a Dominican boxer, so it's like it's gonna be a boxer versus a Cuban kickboxer, or this guy's or he was in a Cuban boxing team, or where's he from?
This guy was a kickboxer.
Yeah. See, so it's gonna be boxing versus kickboxing, and Waldo he sucks at leg kicks. Like, oh my god, it's horrific.
Yeah, man. This one's tough. I haven't broken it down, but hey, Despagne is minus 200, by the way. And Waldo Acosta's plus 175.
It's only because he's got so much hype and then that height also. But man, if it doesn't end early, I feel like Waldo can maybe grind it out. But I feel like the leg kicks are gonna be a big factor. So I'm gonna just have to go with the Cuban B.
Yeah, he's favored. When I saw the matchup, I was like, well, obviously, if whoever's the underdog here, I think is live. Like they have a chance better than what it says. Like if Despagne was a big underdog or even a little underdog, but I think at this price, I'm leaning Cortez Acosta, but I understand the risk. He could easily just get finished like in a minute. Just go in there and just get knocked out.
His leg kick defense is horrific. So I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get ate up. And then against this guy, you can't do that.
Yeah, this guy's gonna pick you apart.
6'7", kicking your leg is gonna be all bad.
And all power too. Like he's able to throw that same power, but also precise, which is a deadly combination.
And also, if Waldo shows up like a fat ass for this fight, it's all bad because he be hella fat sometimes and like eating too much.
Yeah. Then there's advantage of like the longer it goes on his side because if he's gonna be gassed too, then it's gonna be pointless.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight though. It's actually a decent card.
Yeah, that's kind of a banger there. And here we go. We got a technical for those that are like, wow, that's just too big, fools chucking them. Here's a technical fight for you. If you like technical striking, we got Bruce Leroy, slight underdog here, plus 160 or so. And we got the sniper Sean Woodson, minus 190. This is a good one, man. This one got me going back and forth. I lean Sean Woodson. I just think he's kind of more in his prime and the striking is crisp, but I don't like his chin sometimes. I don't like when he kind of lets up in the third round, starts getting picked apart a little bit. And Caceres is durable as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one that I'm a little concerned. And I think there's a little value on Caceres as a dog. But I think the boxing on Woodson is better by a lot.
Yeah, I think the stand-up is going to be too crispy. And then also, pause, but this guy's cheating, bro. He's like 6'4", fighting at 145. So, like.
Yeah, 145, 6'2", reaches 78 inches.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The longest reach. He's never been knocked out, though. So that's one thing. He's only been tapped out once.
Yeah, he's been getting more. He was like missing for a minute, but he's been coming back. Well, his last fight was against Charles Jourdain. He won, so that's pretty big. It was split. Yeah. I feel like it was like not even a split though. That fight, it should have been unanimous.
Yeah, I think he was dominating, and then he kind of let up at the end a little bit, like in the third round. And I think that's where my trauma comes from, because I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" But yeah, no, I like him. I mean, he's just when he puts it together, he's technically the better guy. I mean, I love Bruce Leroy. I think he's usually underrated, so I think he's always live. But he's kind of more on the tail end of his career as opposed to like getting in his prime. You know what I mean? So. I mean, he's been around. Caceres been around for a minute too. How old is he?
35.
Yeah, he's 35, but I feel like he looks young though for black don't crack. But yeah, I'm going Woodson too. Next up, man.
He's like Dominican. Caceres.
Is he? This is a Dominican card. They should have. This is UFC. Cuba. Next up, we got Diego Ferrera. Damn, kind of a old school name here. A little bit against Mateus Rebecki, the prospect, and this is big here. We got Rebecki is a huge favorite. Where they got minus 360 right now. Ferrera's plus 300. That's kind of huge. 19-1 though in his prime. Well-rounded.
Ferrera was like starts off good and then just like fizzles out throughout the fight. So I would go with the fave here.
I mean, yeah, of course. I think I'm gonna pick the younger guy, Rabisti, aka Rabisti here. But here's some red flags for him. He does get a little gassed, and look at the competition though. Like Roosevelt Roberts is not even in the UFC like that. He's from the show. Ragzabov is a decent win. Fiore is okay, but like overall, I think the level of competition does favor Diego Ferrera. Even it's just that he's 39, so nobody wants to. You're not supposed to be betting on 39-year-olds like that. But like I mean, he did look good against Michael Johnson though. A little bit. I was impressed. But before that, look at all the people he's fought though, like top notch folks, Gamrot. So it's a little hard for me to lay minus 300 or whatever with 360 with Rebecki. I think Ferrera's got a puncher's chance. I think he could upset the world, but not likely.
Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think the pricing's off. I think Rebecki wins, but I'm not laying 360 to find out on that one, folks. But that should be a banger fight too. Here we go. I have a potential low-key banger. Alonzo Manfield against Carlos Olberg. You were just talking about Carlos Olberg. You say he should have fought somebody.
Yeah, I forgot somebody at 205. That was like,
here we go.
This fool looking like the final boss.
Hey, he's part of the bloodline. What is going on here? Blackjack 9-1. He's 33. Okay, he still look good for 33. Pause. But yeah, man, he's a kickboxer from City Kickboxing. The homies with Israel Adesanya. He hasn't fought since 2023, so not too long. He had a few canceled.
Yeah, and he was like hurt in that fight too, or some shit. I want to say.
Yeah, against Da Un Jun, who he ended up rear naked choking, which is crazy.
Rare. Yeah, he was supposed to fight Dominic Reyes, but he pulled out twice.
So I think
pulled out. Damn.
Reyes, Manfield's kind of a step down from Dom, right? Well, kind of.
Well, Manfield's always dangerous because he got that power in his hands, man.
Yeah, Mr. Atomic here, 15-3. He's 36 years old, actually.
He also be getting cracked a lot too.
Yeah, he's always in the fight because, like you said, he got bombs in his hands. And that's why, Mr. Atomic. But here's the thing, though. He's gotten better. Look at Dustin Jacoby was a big win to me, and Jimmy Crute. Like, those two wins, and arguably Misha Circuit.
Damn, he's on a streak right now.
Yeah, he's only lost to William Knight, which is a red flag. But and before that, he's made some mistakes. Like, it wasn't as impressive. But I think he's gotten a lot better here. I kind of like Mr. Atomic here. He's also an underdog. He is plus 200, 210. Yeah, and then Olberg's minus 250. Like, I'm not laying minus 250 on Olberg. Like, I'm just putting that out there. So I'm going to go with Atomic here. I think Manfield is live. I think he can knock him out here.
Yeah, I think he's live too. Damn.
Yeah, it's a banger. The odds do change everything. If it was a pick'ems, I could see Olberg, kind of masterclassing and trying to pick them apart and try to survive. But at these odds, I'm going to have to take a shot here.
Yeah, I probably will go with the Olberg. But, yeah, I go with Olberg, but I probably want to wait to the weigh-ins too because he hasn't fought in a while, right? So.
Yeah, and they're fighting at 205 again. 205, yeah, that's solid. Solid weight for him. Yeah, all right, going with the favorite here. Next up, we got almost a younger, better version of Manfield. We got Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley against Boev. This is good. This is what Joaquin Buckley was asking for, remember?
Gotta go with the homies, man.
Shout out to Joaquin, also there, man. Boev, I think it's a short turnaround too, right?
Yeah, and he's also going down a weight class, which is crazy, right?
Yep, I think he last fight was 185. This is 170. Yeah, so he's
Mm-hmm.
going down. In a short notice fight, he just beat Cedricus Dumas in March, which was a couple months ago.
The shooter.
Less than 2 months. Yeah, exactly. And then now he's taking the short notice fight with Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley asked for this one. Remember, he came to UFC 300, was like, "Oh, there's a St. Louis card. Let me headline that." Dana White, when he's asking questions, and then Dana White finally, I guess, gave it to him here. He's taking steam. I mean, the whole Vincent Luque, he made it look too easy almost. That was a little suspect.
Well,
bro.
nah, bro. It's just the way he be hitting with power, like fighting at 170. I mean, look what he did to Impa Kasanganov, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It was viral.
just imagine him now, like what he's doing at a lower weight class. Like this, he has hella potential, but he's like a head case, though. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know what stick to the plan. He gets out of character. Like when he fought Holland, he got slipped by Holland. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking
And then
around, doing too much.
and he got slipped by that one dude, the Chirio, the Italian guy who's not even in the UFC no more. So it's all about like,
Oh,
but it seems
yeah.
like now he's been on his shit. So this is like a good test because the other guy's a beast. So, but I gotta go with Fuckley.
Yeah, and they even got this guy as a favorite with some money on. He's minus 160, man.
Who the other guy?
Nah, our
Buckley's a
boy
favorite.
here,
That's what's up.
Buckley. Buckley is a favorite. So I mean, the line kind of tells it because it's kind of suspect, but I got to go with him too, man. There's just something about it. I don't even know how, technically speaking. I'm not even gonna break down this fight about. I just really think like this fool's ready. He asked for the fight, minus 160, not bad for the price.
Yeah.
In his hometown, he might have the hometown curse, but I just think this is all set up for him and his moment. And I think the other guy taking that short notice fight,
New weight
also
class too.
weight class, yeah, like going down and not up, like just like draining your body in a short period of time could be detrimental here. And we already seen Joaquin Buckley make the weight, which was a concern when he was like super buffed up, right? So now that we've seen him make the weight, seen him be successful, it's hard not to love it, man. So I'm going with Joaquin Buckley as well. Possibly best material. Money's coming in on him. Let's go. St. Louis.
You can find me in St. Louis.
Now we got the main event. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast, is back against Rodrigo Nascimento.
My balls are hot.
I mean, Rodrigo, not as many people know, but 11-1, 31 years old. He's pretty decent, a submission guy, but also has some hands. And he beat, not the best level of competition, but Dontel Mays, Latifi, Tanner Bosner, both by split. I mean, these are kind of red flags here. And then he lost to Chris Dawkins, the policeman.
I think it's time for the Black Beast to get another knockout.
Hey, I'm with you, man. And they respected the Black Beast. They didn't disrespect him this time. They got him as the favorite. Because the people, see, usually he's the underdog, the big underdog. He's minus 150. Nascimento's plus 130.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the knockout prop for the Black Beast?
Let's see. Knockout minus 135. They're saying that's the only way he's gonna win like that. The under 1.5 is minus 145. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I mean, obviously by knockout too. But Derek Lewis, minus 150. I think this is a good fight for him. If he can't kind of win here, then it's like, where does he kind of go? He kind of got to.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good one for him too. Like the experience, also like Nascimento been doing splits with fucking Tanner Boser and fucking other cuz. Like, come on, bro.
Boser went down. He's to like 205.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like I if Lewis doesn't finish him fast, I feel like Nascimento could run away with it in a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? Just try to outwork him and outpace him. But yeah, I gotta go with the Black Beastie, with the Yeasty.
Black Beast. I mean, I see a lot of L's, but he's still a favorite for a reason, right?
Look who he's been fighting though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Jalton Almeida, who everybody was on his nuts, and then Sergey, fucking Pavlovich.
Probably, yeah, like top dudes.
Yep,
and arguably, that Marcos Rogerio guy is kind of on the same level, in my opinion, as Nascimento.
I think Marcos blows him out the water though.
Oh, skill wise, like you mean skill for
skill? Because he's a beast. Pesado, he be getting some dubs, bro. With his big frog toad looking ass.
So yeah, I think this is a step down from Jalton Almeida here. Like he didn't survive against Jalton Almeida, obviously, but like
Well, it's just
as
like
far
it
as
was.
getting taken down.
Yeah, it
Right.
was just showing though how boring, like you know what I'm saying. But I don't think Nascimento could do that to him unless maybe he can do it like in the third round and then win from there.
Mm-hmm. But not as many times as Jalin. Hell
No,
no.
yeah.
Like he ain't doing like that. He ain't manhandling that fool like that. So
Well,
yeah, I'm going to them. Hopefully the Black Beast comes through, does some viral shit, and we all enjoy this shit. But best bets, man. I need something this week. I needs it. Let's see what we got here.
go ahead, you go first.
All right. Well, I'm starting off the top. I mean, since we just talked about Derek Lewis minus 150. By KO if y'all like it, but I was just taking 150 right now. And then I like I'm gonna go out Manfield. Manfield, he's plus 215 right now. I need that plus money, See who I also like here. Oh, I like Terrence McKinney plus 150. Trying to get some plus money in there, bro. And then last but not least, I'll throw this one out there. I like where's my boy? Oh, our boy. No, I'm going Baby Shark here. Tabitha Richi minus 135. I think that's a solid bunch there for now. I gotta look into some more later.
All right, I'm gonna go from the top. Also, I'm gonna do right off the rip, man. You gotta do my boy Black Beast knockout prop.
Lewis knockout.
And then I'm gonna do Manfield. I mean not Manfield, my bad. Buckley and Terrence McKinney parlay.
Oh, should be a good one. McKinney.
And then I'm gonna do a parlay of Woodson, Despang, and Tabitha Richi.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Those are gonna be some good plus money there.
And then we're gonna do I did give you 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do Veronica Hardy, Buckley, and Derek Lewis.
Hardy, Buckley, and Lewis. All right, man. We got some big money here. Hopefully, we continue this decent streak here, and it's a solid card, like we said, and it's gonna be on TV, so y'all could enjoy it. But yeah, any last words to the people? Hey, the tickets for Conor McGregor. What's going on? Who's paying that? If you're a big baller, type in the chat.
Retards.
Yeah. In the Sphere, I don't know if it's official, but there was an announcement of Sean O'Malley against Merab. The Sphere,
which hopefully
seems unrealistic.
I mean, it's cool, but I feel like I guess it's cool. I guess co-main event would probably be Shevchenko, right, and Grasso.
And Grasso. Yeah, some would argue that should be the main event.
I mean, well, at least Grasso is like Mexican, so it's like, you know what I'm saying. But Merab is Mexican now because he beat the brakes off Cejudo. So
Yeah.
Merab's funny though. I feel like I would like him to win, but I don't know. I feel like there's just. I mean, we're gonna break it down later, but just off the rip, like Merab has that chance, but I feel like what's his name? He's too little sugar Sean. He's fruity, but he's dialed into the fight game. He knows that Merab's only gonna do for the takedowns, and I feel like O'Malley's takedown defense is pretty solid. Nobody's ever taken him down like that. Like, yeah, and then he can maybe even finish Merab in the first round too.
Yeah, if he starts getting his striking, if it stays on the feet, for sure, I think he can really pick him apart. And he has enough power that people don't really think when they look at him. You know what I'm saying? But he got some power for sure. I think even though he looks like you said a fruitcake, he's not champion on accident. Like he earned his shit and he defended it.
Yeah, he slept Aldo, man. I mean, not Aldo, Aljamain, Aljo.
Yeah, so
shout out to Aldo, man. That was a cracking bet last week.
Hey, King of Rio looks so good.
He looked great, bro. Yeah, we didn't touch enough on that, but he looked. Also, that was his last fight on the UFC contract. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do. He go to PFL, get cashed out. I feel like.
Hell yeah, and he could possibly win a championship over there. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, he looks good. He looks good. But yeah, this card's actually kind of. There's some cool little fights on here for the. If you're hella tuned in, yeah, there's some. It's actually like it's better than the The one before 301 for sure.
Oh yeah, like two of those.
Yeah, because it actually had a live crowd, right? This one.
Yeah, St. Louis. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be cool.
yeah. So yeah, see the live crowds. They actually got to put some like decent fights on there.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate it. Shout outs. Also, shout outs to what's his name, Francis Ngannou and family. Prayers out to them because we're not going to see him for a little minute. So all that fighting's done. Oh yeah, and look forward to Jake Paul and Tyson. We're out.